What's up, YouTube? My name is Leah, and today that we're going to be talking about what Bungie is, kind of what they're doing with their game, and what I'm going to do about it, and, just how I'm going to play this all out into the future. Alright, with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, looks like we're on Vostok. A nice map for the Mida.
This is a gauge
Every map.
Alright,
so let's start off with the beginning. Let's see, the first 2-3 weeks of playing Destiny, probably even to week 4. I'm having fun, most people are. We're still out here grinding. And, we've got content to go through. We suspect nothing. Alright, nice trade. We suspect nothing at this point. Now, going into October, we now have an issue. We're finished with the game. Up until this point, it's been great. But now, like a simple story campaign game, the game's just over. Should have seen that coming. Anyways, so what's Bungie doing about it? Well, Bungie is detailing plans to fix things. They're going to fix everything. If there's something wrong with it, they're going to fix it. They've detailed plans to make... Well, I won't go into, everything they said, but more or less they've promised to make everything better. They've promised to give players much more reason to grind, to play the game. But until then, my basic plan is to play other games. There are a lot of great games coming out right now. I've been playing the new Lord of the Rings game. Wolfenstein: The New Order is coming out. I'm thinking about purchasing that. Star Wars Battlefront is releasing soon. That's another one on the list.
5 minutes. Plenty of time to fight.
I don't know what's going on here. Aha. No, okay, so Bungie's promised changes, and these changes aren't going to be in the game for a minute. So the plan is to play other games. Call of Duty World War II is coming out soon. I plan on playing that quite a lot. I've been having a lot of fun while playing it. That's a game I've always played with my friends. A lot of friends are actually coming back to play that game. Friends that haven't really played video games in a minute. And it's gonna be a lot of fun to play that game with them.
I can't wait to see what you do with that.
So yeah, Destiny's losing its player base, but I mean, I don't know how many will come back, but I plan on kind of taking a break and coming back because the main thing has been said. Destiny didn't used to be a game that you could just beat and it's over. Destiny used to be a game that you had to play all the time in order to stay relevant. But now, it isn't. It's not a game that you have to play all the time to remain relevant. What it is. So essentially the issue is Bungie created Destiny 2 and began with the mindset of a game that, or maybe not the mindset, but the idea of a game that can be beaten. a game that most players did beat very quickly. And the problem with that is that in a game like Destiny, that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to beat the campaign, and then the end game is supposed to be the end game. You're supposed to just be able to play it. But that's not the case, because the end game has little to no replayability. It's not something you can just go back to over and over. It's something that once you're finished with it, you're finished. That's all. Once you've beaten the raid once, twice, maybe 3 times, you've got most everything you want. You've probably got a couple weapons. You've probably realized by now that none of the weapons are really that great. You've probably realized that also the armor isn't that great. The only thing good coming out of the raid is the shaders, and that's definitely not worth the grind. It's not worth doing a raid just for shaders or anything. The Nightfalls, besides this week's Nightfall being quite fun with the torrent modifier, there's no point in doing that either. It's just the problem with replayability. So they said they'd fix it, so I'm going to wait for them to fix it. And while I wait, people can just cite statistics about how the player base is essentially nothing. Alright, that's it for today's video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech, you'll shake and shudder